And we're back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, my people. You know that it helps us out a whole lot. And of course, it just takes you, a little bit of a flick of the finger. I'm sure you could spare a finger flick for our channel. Appreciate that, y'all. Now, check this out, y'all. As you probably have heard, the Trump administration is moving full steam ahead with its immigration enforcement policies, and the recently passed and signed into law Big Beautiful Bill, as Donald Trump calls it, has provided a tremendous amount of firepower to ICE for just that purpose. We're getting Alligator Alcatraz. We're getting the border wall. Believe it or not, the border wall is back, and so much more. So in this video, we're going to bring you all of the different details as to what is going to be happening with ICE. They say ICE is going to have more funding than the DEA, FBI, and CIA all put together. I don't know about that, y'all, but let's take a look and you let me know what you think.
Detainees escorted inside. Within the past hour, Chopper 6 captured officials walking people inside of the detention center in the Everglades. Many call Alligator Alcatraz. These are just some of the first images we're seeing of activity in newly built facility.
This comes as officials say the first group of immigrants arrived this morning, and they were not the only ones who showed up to the controversial site today. You see, Democratic lawmakers, they showed up too, demanding to be let inside.
And our politics reporter, Hat Sovella, has their comments, plus details on the newly filed federal court documents.
Brand new video from just an hour ago from Chopper 6 for the first time shows detainees at the facility state Republican leaders are calling Alligator Alcatraz. Before noon, Florida's Division of Emergency Management used social media to say the first group has arrived.
And so unfortunately, that's not the law.
Shortly after, Democratic lawmakers showed up, demanding they be let inside the controversial facility.
And it's so essential when you have hundreds of millions of public dollars being spent on a political stunt that we have the ability to see for our own eyes what is happening.
They allege the building of the facility has been done without any transparency, with contracts being handed out to political allies of the governor.
So far, it's an assortment of Republican campaign donors who got these multi-million-dollar contracts to create what is basically a makeshift immigrant detainment camp in the middle of the Everglades swamp.
$450 million. Meanwhile, in Duval County, they're closing schools.
That's correct.
Meanwhile, people don't have access to Medicaid.
The new signs are up, a handful of protesters still here, and federal court documents filed today reveal new information as part of an ongoing lawsuit filed by the Friends of the Everglades. In a motion filed by the federal government, we learn DHS has not implemented, authorized, directed, or funded Florida's temporary detention center, and that Florida has received no federal funds, nor has it applied for federal funds related to the temporary detention center. Also new tonight,
we need to see a forceful legal action.
A coalition of 60 organizations are urging the county and Mayor Daniela Lavin Cava to pursue all legal options to stop this.
Challenge the legal grounds of this land grab.
Democratic members of Congress weighing in on what's happening.
That's a criminal institute.
This is a boondoggle, an environmental abomination.
The state lawmakers, by the way, told us they were not allowed to go inside because of security reasons. We should also tell you, we reached out to state and federal officials, but they're still not releasing the number of detainees who may be at this facility. From the Dade Collier facility, I'm Hatsavella, NBC 6 News.
Now by global wildlife expert, TV host, conservationist, Forrest Galante. Thank you so much for joining us here on Live Now from Fox. And it's called Alligator Alcatraz. What kind of dangers, what kind of wildlife is out there in the Florida Everglades?
Is that Everglades ecosystem, but it's not an area to be taken lightly. I mean, in addition to alligators, there are much scarier American crocodiles, the invasive Burmese pythons, there's diamondback rattlesnakes, cottonmouths, mountain lions, blackberries, snapping turtles. Believe it or not, there's even bull sharks that will roam into the Everglades. So there is a plethora of wild predators that actually will sort of protect and insulate or keep people at least from escaping from this Alcatraz. And that's before you talk about the crazy heat and the inclement weather that Florida has. I mean, it really is a sort of an island over there.
And can we talk about it? Because you listed off all of those predators out there. How do they all fit? How do they coexist in this environment?
Well, because the Everglades is such an incredible wetland and vibrant ecosystem, it's able to support an amazing abundance of life. And so that includes small prey animals, mesopredators like raccoons and possums, and then that feeds the entire foundation for all of these larger predators. Now, a lot of those are native, like the alligators and the rattlesnakes, but then you add in things like the Burmese pythons, recent evidence that more and more bull sharks have been moving into the Everglades, and you just have this sort of perfect storm of American predators all in one location that makes it unbelievable. And all those things are hungry because they're all competing for food. So it's not a great place to go wandering around.
I want to talk about just how significant the largest infusion of border resources we are getting in the big, beautiful bill. Every border official I've ever talked to said there's three things you need to secure our nation: infrastructure, manpower, and technology. Let's break down the $100 billion, a huge $46.5 billion for border wall construction upgrades and the detection technology. While the numbers are lower than they've ever been, the wall is what works. Every Border Patrol official has told me that, and they're going to continue to build it. Now, you've also got to talk about why so many people were released under the Biden years. It's because they ran out of places to hold them. They told us we have nowhere to house them, so we have to release them. Well, we're talking about $45 billion for single adult detention in family residential centers. That's going to be for temporary places, kind of like Alligator Alcatraz we hear, where as ICE arrests the criminal migrant illegal aliens into the interior of the country, they'll have a place to put them as they make their way out of the country. You've got nearly $30 billion for hiring, training, and retention of ICE officers, technology, and transport. They are at a level now where if they get this resources, they can really move and ultimately get the more than 400,000 criminal illegal aliens we know are in our country. Finally, just over $4 billion for the hiring and training for Border Patrol agents and others. While numbers are down on that southern border, we still need people to walk the line there. $100 billion total. So to discuss it, nobody better than the acting ICE director, Todd Lyons. Mr. Director, happy 4th of July. Thank you for taking time. And I will just start, Todd, with getting your perspective on how significant this bill is and these resources will be for ICE.
Hey, Griff, thanks for having me. Yeah, and happy 4th of July to you and everybody on the staff. No, it's going to be great. I mean, when you think about how depleted ICE has been over the past 4 years, they last administration totally minimized the work the men and women of ICE do every day. It really cut our resources. So you're seeing now, under this administration, President Trump has made a promise to the American people to make America safe again. And a key part of that is his immigration strategy. And what Secretary Noem has done with helping craft this bill, it's been amazing. Just like you said, the detention space alone is going to be huge for us. We saw so many individuals let into the country last time without due proper vetting. We know we have so many known gotaways, known suspected terrorists. This is going to give us the tools and resources now to have the infrastructure in place to go ahead and ensure that ICE is going out and being that viable law enforcement partner we are and going after all these public safety threats. And the one main thing, Griff, that you pointed out is the manpower and hiring. We've lost so many good men and women because they just didn't feel like they were law enforcement officers anymore. When you're just not allowed to do your job, it's very heartbreaking. So now we're going to have the opportunity to get men and women of ICE the backup they need. We're going to be able to retain these great individuals. So it's going to be a great win for the Department of Homeland Security.
Well, Mr. Director, it seems that morale is up. Our friend and my colleague in common, Bill Malugin, getting some reaction from some of your ICE officers saying things like this: let's go. This is long overdue and will give us the resources to ramp it up and give the American people what they voted for. This ensures that ICE is the tip of the spear to make America safe again. You know, you really, and of course the smiley face emoji, and then the last one there, this administration has been fighting nonstop to give the law enforcement agents in these dangerous sanctuary communities the tools we need to complete the mission.
So as you can see, ICE is going to have massive funding, and it's going to have a massive new role in United States society. Let me know what you think about that. How does that make you feel? You know, does it make you feel good? Does it make you feel hopeful? Does it make you feel afraid? Or does it make you feel something else? Let me know down in the comments. Before you do, please stop, hit the share button, share this video out over email, text message, WhatsApp, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all your favorite social mediums. And if you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. For those people interested in protecting your retirement from all of the upsies, downsies, roundsies, and the roundsies, go to our page at paralegold.com, PARALEGOLD.com. Download the free report and talk to our partners at Augusta Precious Metals at 844-651-8334. I want to thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for engaging with us. Love y'all, and we'll see you back in the next one.